Welcome to the Aul Financial Hour Podcast with Steve Aul.
For those of us that are looking to get on the calendar with you for an end-of-year review, what are some items we need to check off our list with you to prepare for 2026?
I think coming in for 2026, get in as soon as possible. The idea around it of it is that month of December goes very quick, and most people are very, very busy in the month of December. So getting to start on that. We'll start with a few of the things. If you have non-qualified or after-tax accounts, I think tax loss harvesting can be very important. If we've got stocks that are way up, it might be advantageous to do what you're supposed to do, buy low and sell high. It might be time to take some of those gains. Required minimum distributions. There's two different types for inherited IRAs and for your own personal IRAs. Most people think that the RMDs only count with your age for your personal ones. That's not true. Inherited IRAs have completely different rules, and that's usually the ones that gets missed. Roth conversions. We talk about that a lot on the show. Would it make sense for you to do a Roth conversion? If we're going to do them, we look at Roth conversions and qualified charitable distributions. If you're going to do those, I usually suggest to all of my clients that we do it early in the month of November. Most custodians say they will not do qualified charitable distributions after Thanksgiving. And it's mainly because of the fact they have to get the check out. The check has to be cashed out of your IRA account. The reason why we look at that, no taxes. If you have not prepared completely for retirement, it might make sense to max out or put more money into your IRA account. The experience with most of the people that we deal with, they've got too much money in their IRAs and 401ks, and it's going to subject them to it being a tax time bomb later in their life. And I get asked, what do I mean by that? The average is around $180,000 to $190,000 for a couple. If you got $250,000 to $750,000, you have an extra large 401k and an IRA. You might spend that down during your lifetime. If you've got an extra large, $750,000 to $1.5 million. Depends on, do you have pensions? What's your Social Security and your lifestyle and the number of kids that you have. You might not spend that down. You could pass a tax time bomb to the kids. 1.5 or above, chances are you will. We did exactly what they asked us to do, save for our own retirement. But we did such a good job on it. Now a lot of the new tax laws that have came around are going to penalize us by saying our children have to get that out in a 10-year period. So it might make sense. I'm going to say if you might have that too much money in the IRAs and 401ks, give me a call. Let's do a tax analysis and figure out where you're at. If you still need to do all the other tax planning, give me a call. We can look at more than just do Roth conversions make sense. But again, give us a call. Ask for the tax analysis and allow myself and my team to help you make that decision. Would conversions, would making extra contributions, would making QCDs assist you in the tax game?
And again, this tax analysis is all part of that end-of-year review as well. Go ahead and give us a call, 636-230-8824. That's 636-230-8824. We'll do that complimentary for you. You can always get more details on the website as well, yourmoneymattersstl.com. Young people today, Steve, they probably have never, ever heard this sound, but you and I, we remember. And you just prayed and prayed that it connected.
Oh, I loved it when they went from 300 baud to 900 baud, and it was 3 times faster than it was before.
Wow.
That right there. And the funny thing is we look at that, and our internet speeds now are so fast. It's unbelievable. Oh, yeah. But I can sit there, and we were talking a little bit about that off the air, and it was like, I remember I used to have to jump on an airplane in St. Louis to fly to California to process stuff on a computer. I'd spend the whole night there, and then I'd turn around the next day or the day after that and fly back to St. Louis with the information. And when I heard that sound, I didn't have to do that anymore. I just had to be available when they shut down the office in California, which was about 5:30 to 6 o'clock. It was 7:30 to 8 o'clock here. And I knew I had to have all of my information out, clean everything up, and have it back and ready for the people when they came in the office at 8 o'clock the next morning. And I was doing the same thing, but I didn't have to jump on an airplane and spend 5 to 6 hours in an airplane going both directions to do it. So that sound saved so much time. And now we look at it today and figure out, okay, how much time does it save us today? What happens in an office today if you lose your internet connection?
Oh my gosh, it's a travesty. And yeah, for those that don't know, that's of course the AOL dial-up sound. I want to make sure we tell people that. But I mean, some people might be going, what the heck are they talking about?
My wife still got an AOL email account.
I, honest to God, didn't even know you still could, especially, I mean, it's still in existence apparently until AOL, they pulled the plug earlier this year. So I guess you can have an email, but that's it.
They pulled the plug on the dial-up service. But we look at it and, think if that wasn't that long ago, and then you look at it and say, where are we at with the technology? And back then, most people had a pension. Now most people don't have pensions. So how do we cover that guaranteed income? We have what I like to call personally funded pensions today, where I can take some of the money I've saved, give it to a life insurance company, buy that personally funded pension, then turn on that income at a later time. So that's one of the things that we have. Another thing back then was very strong was mutual funds. I remember when mutual funds came out. Everybody had individual stocks before. Then mutual funds came in so we could kind of pool our money together. Now when you look at mutual funds, you go, wow, there's a lot of expenses inside of these things for most of them. And then you look at it and say the exchange traded funds are a lot less expensive. So that's another big change that's happened when these sounds were very good. The other thing that I believe that gets lost, I still talk about the story of a gentleman that had a girlfriend when he signed up for his 403B in the city of New York. 40-some years later, when he passed away, his then current wife didn't get the money. His girlfriend from 43 years before did.
Oh, no.
Because he put her name as the beneficiary.
Wow.
Now, they argued it, they fought it, but beneficiary designations cover that. And that's why we always like to look at it and to make sure that our clients, their beneficiary designations are proper because they outride what I think in my will or anything like that. So when we do an analysis and start to look at, we look at all of this stuff for you. Instead of just, here's your investments, your return is X, I can get you Y. Your documents, we're not lawyers, but we make sure you have the documents that you need to cover you. If you've got a very old will, a trust, powers of attorneys, the laws might have changed since then. So those are the things that we assist our clients with and then get them to the right people if they need a new document that way. So if you would like a second opinion, just to make sure you don't have any of those old things that might not be as efficient as we can do it right now, give us a call. Ask for that second opinion. Allow myself and my team to do an analysis around where you're currently at and see what we can use, because almost everybody has things they can use, and what might be a good idea to replace. Give us a call now. Ask for that second opinion.
Yeah, I mean, this is so crucial, guys, this income second opinion. Much like AOL dial-up, you might be surprised that some of the tools and strategies that you've been using within your income plan are outdated, right? You might be surprised to find that out. If you'd like to come in for this income second opinion, give a call today, 636-230-8824. That's 636-230-8824. Wives often outlive their husbands, and in fact, research shows that nearly 80% of women will become the sole financial decision maker for their household, and that includes planning for their retirement as well. So, Steve, do you take time to make sure that both spouses are on the same page when you meet them so that nobody feels lost, nobody feels left out?
That is one of my goals when we meet with people. And the main reason why I have that goal, I remember before I was in this industry, myself and my wife were on the same page. I'm ready to sign on the dotted line. We walk out of that meeting, and my wife goes, I wouldn't do business with that guy for all the tea in China. And I was shocked. And I said, why? She goes, He talked to you for an hour and never even looked or talked to me. And when I heard that, I said, she's right. Mm-hmm. He didn't. We hit it, but he never even talked with her. So I think having both people involved in the plan is very important to do. We do educational events 4 times a year. We do radio-driven events. We have one coming up on October the 28th here in the office, taxes and retirement, to talk about stuff like that. In the first year, the people are clients. We do the reviews 4 times. Why? So questions could be answered so everybody understands it. And I think the biggest thing that I did was hired another female advisor. I used to have one, and it worked out very well because some women are more comfortable speaking with a woman than they are with me, a man. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm going to be honest, we're a team. So Tracy has been in the industry for over 22 years, so she's not a newcomer to the industry, and she handles herself very well, but we still look at everything as a team when we start to look at taxes, income plans, legacy issues, what kind of strategies could be better for people. So I look at it as having a fully rounded team. And I also put it to the point, if you would prefer to come in and sit down and do that retirement review with a female, when our consultation counselors give you a call to schedule that appointment, just let them know that you would like to sit down with Tracy when you come into the office. But she's done a fantastic job for us in the short amount of time that she's been here. She hit the ground running. And for me, that rounds out the team here at the Aul Financial Group that gives us men, I'm a little older, men that are a little younger, and we got the lady in the middle that pulls it all together. So if that's what you want, please give us a call. Ask for Tracy.
Thanks for listening to the Aul Financial Hour Podcast.
Insurance products are offered through the insurance business Aul Insurance Group, LLC, AIG. Aul Financial Group, LLC is an investment advisory practice that offers products and services through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor. IPW does not offer insurance products. The insurance products offered by Aul Insurance Group, LLC, AIG are not subject to investment advisor requirements. IPW and Aul Insurance Group, LLC, AIG are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal. Any references to protection, safety, or lifetime income generally refer to fixed insurance products, never securities or investments. Insurance guarantees are backed by the financial strength and claims-paying abilities of the issuing carrier. This radio show is intended for informational purposes only. It is not intended to be used as the sole basis for financial decisions, nor should it be construed as advice designed to meet the particular needs of an individual's situation. Aul Financial Group, LLC is not permitted to offer, and no statement made during this show shall constitute tax or legal advice. Our firm is not affiliated with or endorsed by the U.S. government or any governmental agency. The information and opinions contained herein provided by third parties have been obtained from sources believed to be reliable, but accuracy and completeness cannot be guaranteed by Aul Financial Group, LLC.
This radio show is intended for information purposes only.